Parental discretion advised.
Hey, everyone, and welcome back to What a Story. Today's guest is a friend of mine named Ryan Sim. Ryan, what's going on?
And here I am.
Hey, Ryan. What's new in your world besides the CHCH show?
Oh, just navigating the lives of being a single dad.
A single dad in Hamilton. How is that?
Well, I would say it's been interesting. You'd think that they wouldn't judge you very much, but during the pandemic, I don't know about you, but I sort of like, well, this is me looking good. I had crazy hair. I looked like Jonah Hill before Ozempic, and I was just drinking a coffee on one of the worst streets in Canada, and someone just put money in my cup. So I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." And it's no surprise I'm divorced now, and for a while I was living in the basement of my ex's house until that was all solved. And the first day of kindergarten, I showed up to pick him up. I had crazy hair, I had ripped track pants, and I had a I used to reuse coffee cups like for travelers, so it looked like an old coffee cup. And I came to pick up my son first day of kindergarten, and I don't know why I did this. I just looked and I went, "I'm here for that one." And the teachers looked at me and looked at him, and they go, "Do you know that man?" And for some reason, my son doesn't call me by dada. He says Ryan. He goes, "Oh yeah, that's Ryan. He lives in our basement."
And what were you doing when he was born?
I was hosting a sold out show. And it was one of those nights where the energy's good and the audience member's like, "Can I buy you drinks?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" And I started drinking a little bit. It was having fun. And then someone's like, "Hey, all that stuff you mentioned about being a dad soon, is that true?" And I go, "Yeah, but it's fine because we got to we're inducing pregnancy next month. And if there was a problem, she would text me because I got my cell phone and I held up my cell phone to the person's face and they
Yeah.
go, Who's Maya? Her water broke." I went, "Ooh." I didn't know what to do. And one of the audience members said, "We'll drive you because, you're drunk." And I was like, "Oh God, thanks." And I get out to their car and they were production people for the show The Walking Dead. Remember that one?
Yeah.
And they bought one of the Jeeps from the show and never took off all the blood and guts from the zombies. So the car literally had zombie guts and blood all over it. And I was like, "Yeah, this is good." And on the way there, I was like, "Well, I mean," she goes, "Just so you know, like labor can be hours." I was like, "Oh man, then we should go to McDonald's first." Um, so we went to McDonald's and we pull up and my ex was standing in front of the hospital with her bag ready looking at me, and I pull up in a blood-filled zombie jeep and I jump out and she looks at it and looks at me. I'm like, "There's no time," and we go, let's give this baby." And I think the biggest thing that was offending to her wasn't that I showed up drunk or that I showed up in a zombie. It's that I brought McDonald's to the hospital for one. Yeah. So that was fun. And I'll tell you, I don't know if people on this podcast have ever had kids, but that hangover lasted 6 months because that's the first time I got a good night's sleep. It was bad.
Well, that's awesome, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it's it's a story to tell. When
Yeah.
Alex gets older, when the little guy gets older, it's a story to share with him.
Yeah. We've had a lot of good stuff. I like to do a lot of stuff with him. I'm one of those dads that people go, "Oh, you're too involved." Like you're always doing your chowing down with him. That's my food review show. And
Yeah,
but I just see I only ever did swimming lessons with my mom and I never thought about it. And because it was my mom, like we had to wait until we were old enough to just get changed by ourselves. But because, you know, I'm a guy, he's a guy, we put him in swimming really early
yeah.
and And he used to play this game called Save Me, where he thought it was funny to just jump into bodies of water in the air, yell, Save me, and hold his arms up. And you just had to like jump in the water and get him out. He thought it was
Yeah,
funny. And then we're like, we should teach him how to swim. But I learned a valuable lesson. He was only about 3 at the time. Uh, if you've ever been to city swimming lessons, they do them every half hour. So as soon as you get out, another batch of parents are just lined up waiting to go. And I learned that if you're going to go swimming with a 3-year-old, you should get changed first because I got him changed. And then the second I was fully naked, he giggled and ran back out on the pool deck and yelled, Save me, Dada. Actually, he said, Save me, Ryan. Um, and I was like, oh no, I didn't know what to do because I know that that doesn't give me much time. And I was like, I don't, so I just put my hand, duh, in front of
yeah,
you know what. And I ran back out on the pool deck and there was all the parents waiting. And he goes, come get me. And he ran into the women's change room. I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no. So I just opened the door a little bit. I'm like, quick, quick, is there a little boy in there? I need him. Don't know why I said that, right?
yeah.
Um, and I could just hear a woman going, do you know that man? He goes, oh yeah, that's Ryan.
He
He li
lives in our
he
basement.
lives in our basement.
All right, Ryan.
Well,
Ryan, that was awesome.
yeah.
So what are your social medias if people want to stalk you?
Oh, please don't stalk me. Just follow me naturally. I've had stalkers. Uh, if you want to check me out on Facebook, I've got a lovely page called Comedy Chowdown, where you can follow my shows like Comedy at Hendry's. I'm often at Spotlight Comedy Club in St. Catharines. And on Instagram, my Instagram handle is Cedar_Sim. I guess I should fix that. Or on Twitter/X, it's Ryan Sim Comedy.
All right, dude. I will talk to you later, and I'll see you obviously very soon.
Yes. I love you, dude.
Love you. Bye bye.
I can see you guys looking at me. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I know I sound like Charlie Day if he ate Jonah Hill. Okay? I know that. I know I look like the offspring of Bob Ross if he only painted toilets. Okay?